this is Maddie, your friendly neighborhood news chick, standing in her kitchen to give you guys a little bit of an update as to what's going on with the channel. The channel is still going to do big news stories, okay? It's just that the whole 24-hour news cycle for one person is absolutely impossible to keep up with, and I found myself getting stressed and feeling overwhelmed and not knowing what news stories to cover, or trying to cover everything and wind up not covering anything because the ADD wants me to cover everything, and then I feel overwhelmed, and then I shut down, and that's another day of not having done shit. And another day of me being frustrated at myself because I haven't done shit. It's a vicious cycle. Vicious cycle when you have attention deficit disorder. Some days you're great, you're focused, you get shit done. Other days, your brain, you can't focus on shit for more than a couple of minutes because you're chasing shinies all over the fucking place. And then the next day, you're like, you feel so overwhelmed that your brain's like, nah fam, not happening. No. The one thing I have been covering that I haven't been noticing anybody else doing is these abortion bills that are popping up. And these abortion bills have me a little worried. I've done Georgia and Alabama so far. Next week I'm going to do Ohio. And then I'm going to go down chronologically because it seems that Kentucky and Mississippi are the only two that have done it. Louisiana and other states have quietly slipped abortion bills under the radar, and I tweeted about that last night, and the link to that tweet is going to be in the description so you can see the list of states that have those abortion bills. I am going to be reading the bills. If the bills are longer than 10 pages, then I'm going to read the bills off camera, make screen caps of the important issues that most people are discussing for these bills, link the bills in the description as always, that way you guys know I'm not taking this stuff out of context or making this crap up. And then at the end of each of these videos, I'm going to give you an op-ed section, and I'm going to clearly mark the op-ed section, that way you guys don't think I'm trying to add anything to the bill that isn't in the bill. And excuse me, I haven't been up that long, which is why I keep cleaning the gook out of my eye. So if you think that's gross, just, block it out of your memory or something. As I do the videos on these bills, I am going to have my handy dandy little notebook, real notebook, not digital notebook, and I'm going to be writing the key points of each one, because when I'm done with this list, I am going to do one video on the comparison of all these bills, what all these bills have in common, and where all these bills differ. I'm also going to be listing the states that have abortion trigger bills. Now, what abortion trigger bills are is, since these things, in my opinion, are direct challenges to Roe v. Wade, if Roe v. Wade were to be repealed, there are states that have laws on the books about abortion that will become law upon Roe v. Wade being repealed. That's what the trigger one is. That's what it means by trigger. It's kind of like a contingency plan. Oh, no more Roe v. Wade? Okay, this law is now in effect. I'm also going to be looking up those bills. And I am going to explain to you guys in each of those that this is a trigger bill, when it's triggered to go into effect, and what the bill actually is, and what each of those bills entails. So it's going to seem like I am covering a lot of these abortion bills, but I feel it's something that needs to be done because the public needs to know about these abortion bills, whether they have been in the news or whether they have been trying to quietly slip these bills through into law in each of these state legislatures. You guys need to know about this, and it seems like the only conversation that's being had is women's bodily autonomy, my body, my choice, hashtag Alabama abortion ban, and yada yada, blah blah blah. But nobody seems to be, knowledgeable as to what's in any of these bills for what I would consider a substantive conversation about these bills. Now, if you live in any of these states for these bills that I am covering and you do not agree with these bills at all, write your state legislator. Find friends that'll do the same thing. Bend their ear. Let them know you don't like this kind of stuff. Hashtags don't work if they don't see them. If you really want to be an advocate for your own bodily autonomy, if you really want to fight to get these bills out of your state legislature so they're not laws in your states anymore, write your state legislators. Write them, email them, call them. Let them know you are not happy about these bills in any way, shape, form, or fashion, and you could give a shit less what their political leaning is. Okay? Don't sit here and yell into the void of Twitter. Don't sit here and post 10 tons of blog posts. Don't start a care.org. Don't do any of these online petitions, because these online petitions are shit. They don't do anything. Sure, you and 500,000 other people have the same fucking opinion. Big fucking whoop. What is a petition getting you? It makes you feel good. You signed a petition. You're a part of something. Yay! But other than that, what? Think about it. Come on, use your brains, people, for something other than a damn hat rack. You know, this stuff is absolutely ridiculous to me. You sit here and you put these hashtags on Twitter. You sit there and you bitch on Facebook. If you have a blog, you bitch on the blog. And you're doing all this shit, but the stuff that you were supposed to have been taught in school to do, which was write or email or call your state legislator to let them know that you're not happy and to get other people on board doing the same thing. The only way to exact the change in the laws that you want to see in your states is to contact your governor and your state legislator. Not to bitch, whine, piss, and moan on fucking social media, but to actually write your legislators. Until you do that, and until you get other people doing the same thing, a hashtag is just a string of words past a pound symbol. That's it. More later.
As always, thank you for watching. If you like the content you've just seen, don't forget to hit that like button. We can continue the conversation in the comments section below. Any and all sources used for the video can be found in the description, as well as links to the blog and how to support the channel. As always, stay skeptical, never stop asking questions, and always look for the truth.